Okay, we are live. Hi everyone, welcome back to Busy Professional Interview Series. And today I am so excited to bring you a certain neuroscience researcher works in the neuroscience researcher works in the therapeutic space, and now she is a digital business coach, wife, and mom of two beautiful children. She worked full time for around 20 years, and like many working moms, she reached a point where she wanted more time freedom and more flexibility to be present with her children. So, what makes Sayuri's story so powerful is that just 8 months into starting this business, her business income was strong enough for her to reduce her working hours and move into part time work. So now she is slowly heading towards her bigger vision of early retirement. So today we will talk about her journey, her doubts, and how she managed this while working full time and raising two children as well, and what changed for her in those first 8 months. So Sairi, so very welcome and to my business page, and also I'm so excited to have you this conversation with you. So how are you today?
Thank you very much, Anusha. It's really nice to get to you. Obviously, this is the first time you and me connected through something like this. Obviously, we know each
This
other through the business. It's so excited. I'm so happy to get
that's
into your
right.
page. Yeah,
Yeah, so same here. First time we are talking, and this is the beauty of the digital business. You just connect with the people around the world, and even though you haven't meet them and you haven't spoken,
yeah.
yeah. So thank you, Sayuri, again for accepting my invitation. And can you please briefly introduce yourself and share what life looked like before you started the business? I would like to know what was your life before you started business.
Of course, Anusha. That's one of my favorites, honestly, because I'm Sayuri, as Anusha rightly said, living here in the UK with my husband and two little children about 20 years now. And as everybody else says, we were having a bit of nice settled life as working professionals. I'm a neuroscience researcher currently working with two of the universities in the UK. I work with Cambridge University and Swansea University as neuroscience research, and also I do work in therapeutic space as well, as a behavior therapist basically. On top of that, I do this digital business. I started last year, as I said. Last year, January 2025, I started this business as a passive income source targeting. But my life before the business was, I was a tired working mom, I would say, Anusha. Yes, everything in the paper was right. We achieved everything what we wanted when it comes to academically, did all the degrees, whatever we wanted to achieve in our lives as our parents rightly guided for us to do this and that. We did everything, but end of the day, when I turned back, the reason why I started the business was we've been here for 20 odd years. Me and my husband, we were both working professionals. Income was fine, but I missed almost all of my daughter's milestones. I missed her first words, I missed her first steps, and all because we didn't have any option by that time. We were very new to the country. We had to go to work to get our salary basically. But I didn't mind at that time. We didn't have option. But after being here about 20 years, when I got my son just at the COVID time, that's where the real pain I felt, because I had to leave him in the nursery whenever he was just 4 months. Can you imagine? Been here such a long time. Because of the COVID, I
Wow.
had to go for early maternity. Because of my early maternity, my employer wanted me to get back to work whenever he just tried at 4 months old. I wasn't prepared as a mom. I told my husband, what's that? We knew that if we don't commit to it, obviously jobs are always replaceable. People can always replace the job, but they will not keep the job for me forever. So I knew there's a risk. But again, I had but my mom's guilty feeling. I told my husband, no, I don't feel to go back to it. He said, don't worry, we got some money to survive. We'll go for unpaid maternity. But I spent another 3 months unpaid. But by the time whenever he's 7 months, that was the time separation anxiety was too much. I had to push him. Lucky enough, I managed to get the placement for him in my university in the daycare center. Managed to put him every single day, Anosha, when I put him to the nursery. And when I leave him at the door, I thought, is this the life I wanted to have in this country? I was about 40 plus that time. I thought I've been working that such a long time, but I can't spend with my son when I need it. That was a strong pain for me. Then every single day, I just chuck him out from the doors, come into car, cry about 5 minutes, just drive with crime looking at the sky. Oh God, please, please give me an opportunity to be with my child. That was a strong pain for me. Then I thought, no, no, this should end now. I don't want to miss his milestone. He was 7 months old. I know security things are there. They are nicely looking after them. But for me as a mom, I felt no, this is not right. That's why I was actively looking for something. Right time, right minute, I found the business opportunity, get to know business through a working professional just like me. I thought this could be my chance as a got the chance. That's how I changed everything. That was a life
Wow.
before.
Wow, I feel you. It just reminded me, it just took me in 2017 when I had my first one, my son. I had to go back to work. It's because of we were settled in New Zealand, but the once you get everything, the next one is buying a house. So for that, you need to keep working. Both of you have to work, right? So then
Yeah,
I left my kids. Luckily, my mom was there, even though he was away from me. 4 months is just such a still like a little tiny human, right? So I
yeah,
used to hear all the milestone, everything from my mom. Such a pain, right? I mean, pain mean that I. It's not that my mom did a superb job, right? But I was not there. I'm just hearing my child story from someone else. So I totally get you, Sayuri. I can imagine how your life would have been that time. So this is not only you and my story. It is story of so many immigrant parents out there. So we all have to go through. Unfortunately, some people are still going through. So that's why in this series, my focus, my vision is to give people who are watching this live or will be watching the replay, they get the courage. Okay, this is us. This is us that we are going through this life, and this is the potential. Then, as a successful, business coaches, we can proudly say what this business has, given to us. So I know, sorry, you had a really stable professional career, and your husband is settled as an engineer as well, right? So life look, of course, successful from the outside. People might, oh, you are an engineer, you had a very good professional career. Then
yeah.
I know that. So is that a real is that the number one reason why you were looking for something more, because of that you didn't have a time with your son that time, or did you have something else as well?
Absolutely, we are right because we were settled. Both of we had a decent salary.
Yeah,
We were settled in the country. Obviously, when it comes to houses,
yeah,
mortgages, vehicles, whatever material things, we have gained everything in the country. But what we were lacking was the freedom. That freedom which we needed to be with our children, as I mentioned earlier. Because at the minute that I didn't have chance to spend with my little one, that was the time I thought it's not all about money. End of the day, we are all settled now. Freedom is important. I was looking for that freedom. That's the whole reason, Anusha, for me to get this decision.
yeah. Yeah, I know that now. I can see now you're enjoying the freedom. That is amazing. And same here. I've been in the business for 3 years now, so it is a really really amazing opportunity, and I'm so grateful every single day when I'm waking up, having more time with my kids every single morning. That I used to miss a lot. Right, so I used to say good morning from my phone, giving a call. Oh, did you guys wake up? Hi, good morning. That's how I used to be. But now we have more cuddles on the bed, and that is amazing. That is like money can't buy those moments, right? Because kids are growing fast and they will fly away from us soon. But it is very important to have that quality time with our kids. Okay, Salva, this is interesting question, but I really, really want your honest feeling. And when you first saw this opportunity, were you skeptical or unsure whether this is gonna be fit onto your lives? Especially you are coming from very professional background. How did you look about this business at the first time?
Of course, Anusha, I was very skeptical. I would admit 100% I was skeptical. Why? Because I've gained my career here in the country. I sacrificed all that 15, 20 years to gain something which I wanted to have in this country. That was like a dream job for me. So I would not prepared for sacrifice my job or career just within a day by trapping into a scam or something like that. illegal thing. I wasn't prepared. I was very skeptical, especially after COVID. How many things come in the online spaces and how many things, lots of scams were there. I didn't know how to differentiate these scammy things and right things. Obviously, my husband is worse than me. He was very skeptical as well. He said, "Don't worry, you don't have to worry about those things out there. Lots of shiny things out there. Do not even trap about things." I said, "All right." But this is a lucky turn for me as well. Lucky enough, we both agreed upon something that we'll have looked into. Because lucky enough, we both took that decision because my pain was that strong. He knew that as a mom, I was praying for something. He knew when I said to him, I saw something which I think it's right for me. Then I presented him this saying this person. It came to me this person which I can trust on. That person has got registration in the country, nice responsible job. She is doing as well. That trust is there. About 50-50 again. But again, I didn't know that person trapped into a scam. You know what I mean? Yes, I can trust that person. Again, I'm not sure. Then I thought myself, let me try and explore myself. As being a researcher, can you imagine how many things I was research on? Every single thing I researched on the platform. When I paid that US dollar 149, I did literally every single thing which I can what are the companies we partnered with, every single thing literally. But same goes to my husband. We both nicely research everything. At that minute, I convinced myself without anybody else's convincing. I convinced myself this is the right model, this is the legitimate option. That's skeptical myself. After paying 149, completely turned around, and I have seen the legitimacy of it. I've seen so many working professionals benefit from it. That's where my turning point. Yes, I was skeptical, not anymore at all.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. I can say I'm so proud of you, and you're so brave because the thing is, I think you're passing a real good message. It's okay to be skeptical, right? I was one of the skeptic person, like ever. So especially coming from accounting background, legitimacy, I just need to check that. Like you, we have earned everything by heart. Like we study hard, we have degrees, we have good profession, but we don't want to, flag with involved with illegal thing. So I think you're passing very strong message to our audience because you can be skeptical. It's okay. You need to be cautious as well, but don't stay there. Do the work. Take the step and talk to the people that you are involving with and get answer all your questions. Just have your own list, like how Sayuri did all the research, and she presented the business model to husband. And first she was convinced first, then you can talk to your husband or whoever is going to involve with the decision, or just talk to the person. And we have a really amazing process in this business as well. You get to chance to talk to one of the experienced coaches as well, just to explore the business model further. So take that step, then you are not going to lose anything, right? So absolutely, this is like you get the free information, then there's a fee for to get the next level of information. Absolutely nothing comes free, right? So especially in like countries like this. So amazing, thank you so much, Sari, for sharing that. And I just want to move to the next question, that you started this business while working full time with two kids, so managing your family life as well. Tell me, because this is the question we get most of people saying, I'm already busy. I was talking to this morning to a lady. She said, I'm busy, right? I'm busy. I don't think so I'll have time. So can you agree with me, like as a mom, we never get the perfect time where we can sit, relax and do something. That will never happen, right? Tell me, how did you fit this business into your busy schedule?
Of course, Anusha. We all standing there, honestly, because especially busy working professionals, we don't have is time. We don't have time, but we got to gain the time. How are we going to stuck in the same routine for another years and years to come? No, we got to find the freedom. If you want to find the freedom, can't you find 5 minutes for yourself? Yes, you are. We are committing 8 hours, 5 to 8 hours to our paycheck. If we can commit that much for a four-figure income figure end of the month, why can't we invest that 5 figure for ourselves? That's what the question I was having. Always, whenever people come to me saying we don't have time, I always tell them, if you want to take the example of myself, I was a person who wouldn't even have 5 minutes I can think of at the beginning. But I knew I need the time. If I don't have something, I always go for it. That's why my mindset from the beginning. If I don't have money, I will earn money. If I don't have freedom and time, I will earn that freedom and time. How? I got to spend a little bit of time. If I want to earn something through a business, I got to prepare to invest on something, either time or either money or either our labor. Whatever we go to invest, we're going to get gain from a business. Same way, if we want to gain freedom, we got to invest a little bit of time. We all have 24 hours anyway. Every single person has got 24 hours. But how many times you're scrolling aimlessly in social media? Everybody's complaining we don't have time, but we do have time for social media, scrolling aimlessly. Netflix, videos, movies, cup of tea, even making a bit of extra time. We can manage the time. That's why especially our business model is very strong, that we can fit nicely in between our working schedule, because we don't have to sit on the table, we don't have to sit at the computer 24/7. No, no, no. Automation is there for about 90%, only about 10% we got to involve personally. So I thought I can start it. It's nice to putting in every single person's life, wherever you are, shift workers, long hours workers, whoever. If you can find at least 5-10 minutes a day, that's enough to start with. Obviously, when you get extra time, you can put into the business half an hour, 1 hour, whatever. Every single minute, Anusha, what I realize is every single minute I put into the business, it's for me and for my family. When you realize that, you will find the time. That's why my advice: if you don't have a time, you got to find the time.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Yeah, absolutely. Because if you are complaining that you don't have time to start this is why you need to start, because you will learn how to effectively use your time. So even though I started business when my life was hectic, I didn't even have a time to do anything, but I did it anyway, right? So you need to find the time. If you're thinking that I'm too busy, I can't do it, this is the time you have to do this, because this business is going to fit into your lifestyle. That is not going to take your time from your family. It's going to give you the time back. That is exactly what happened to me as well, and you are also enjoying. So we're going to talk about that in next question. So 8 months into the business, you were able to reduce your work to part time. That is honestly absolutely amazing, right? So, what changed in those first 8 months, and what did that mean for you as a mom as well? So, like first 8 months. So, what made you to make that move to, like, it's a big decision, right? Just moving to full time to part time, and yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it means everything, Anusha. It means everything. Last 8 months in the business, it means everything. Because after being here for 20 years, I didn't have that freedom. I didn't even feel that I'm going to get that freedom at all through my conventional job pattern, 8 9 to 5, 9 to 5, every single day, weekends, busy night, coming into house with the kids work. I didn't have that freedom in my head. It was like a dream to me, honestly, having part-time. Obviously, we go, everything's going out, commitments are there. Both of my children, our children, are educated privately here, cost a lot, cost of fortune, but we got to find that money, got to go to work. But I didn't feel that I can go for part-time in near future at all. I felt I got to go for my proper retirement to get into that freedom. But it was like a bit of dream come to me within 8 months. Simply because I have realized this potential of the business, I managed to get through the business. Then I thought this is the right time. We and my husband, we both made that brave decision, thinking business income was nicely surpassing my salary. So I thought this is the right time. I was waiting for my total freedom, retirement. So I thought I would take that decision. From there, everything changed. That's where I managed to get into coach level, different income pathways opened up. Everything's completely different, I would say. That 2020, 2025, January 1st to me today, absolutely different life. I am enjoying the life. I live my life now, Anusha.
Wow,
Yep.
that is amazing. And listening to your story is really resonating. And it's been 2 years. I've been a job quitter, so I'm full time doing this business. And I could able to say bye to my accounting career. I mean, look, you are another example. Then you could able to move from full time to part time, and so this is the potential of this business. Because some people are questioning, is it really possible to quit the job or reduce the hours? Absolutely. So we are the real example for you to take that action. But first you have to take the action, then things will start move as well. Okay, so that is amazing. Thank you so much, Sayuri, and it is absolutely amazing discussion that we had. And this is the last question I want to ask you. What would you say to another busy working mom or professional woman who wants more time freedom but feels like too busy and unsure to start? They are not sure that they can do it, because some people are saying that I'm not a social media active person and I'm not a tech savvy, I'm not coming from this back. These are the common questions that we are getting from the busy moms, busy professionals. So what would you say to those people like who are thinking like that.
Sure, sure. And my thing to say to them is it's very normal. If you feel that you are not prepared yet, it's very normal. You are not an abnormal member. Me and Anusha both feel the same way when we started. We were skeptical. We were not unsure about it. I had no business background at all. My career is completely different than a business mindset. But if we don't change it, nothing would change. As we always talk, nothing would change if you don't change it. If you want to make a change, you got to change. So, nothing to lose. Nobody's coming after you. This is your own choice, own decision. Why not? Come and have a look. What's this offer? We don't want to drag you to something which would not work. We are the living proofs here. When you get into the system, you can see millions of thousands and thousands of working professionals, different people doing this business and earning. So, nothing to lose. If you want to change your life, you got to do only one thing: make a decision. Decision making is a huge thing. That one
Yeah.
single decision, imagine if I didn't take that decision where I'm right now in a year. Same 9 to 5, same stuck in the same thing. I will still miss my children time. That single decision change everything. So it should be a right decision, obviously, but have a look. You can come and have a look. You will convince yourself, as you already discussed.
Yeah.
My advice for the people out there: don't wait for another year or so. If you get to see this chance, this could be your sign as well, as I mentioned at the beginning. By looking at the same type of video, just like this, change everything, it could be your sign as well. Take the decision, reach out to Anusha. If you are from my page, reach out to me. We can guide you and have a look. Nothing to lose. In fact, you will thank yourself in a year. I took that decision. I took control of my life. I'm free now. I'm boss free. I'm my own boss. So I would like to invite everybody openly. Come and have a look and see it's your opportunity as well, isn't it, Anusha?
Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness. When you say, like, imagine when you're working 9 to 5, it's like, I never want to think about that life ever. Never. In my, like, I'm 42 now, right? So it's in my, this whole life, this is my golden time, in my life. So where I got to choose the hours, I get to, choose everything. I am the boss of my life, right? The most important thing is I'm earning more than my professional previous accounting, salary. So being at home and saying yes to my kids all the times and not, being, I'm so happy. So that is really, really good message that you pass on to people. So we both change our life because we took the action, right? Even though we were very skeptical as well, like Sayuri mentioned, but we took the action anyway. So you take that brave action. And Sayuri, thank you so much for sharing your story today. And I
Pleasure.
think your journey will really touch so many working moms and professional women because it shows that we don't have to wait until burnout or retirement to start creating more choices, right? So to everyone watching, maybe you have a good job, good career, a busy family, and full life already. But if deep down you want more time with your children, more flexibility, and more control over your future, I hope Sayuri's story gives you hope. So you don't need to change everything overnight. So sometimes the first step is simply to explore what is possible. So thank you everyone for watching us live or will be watching the replay. And thank you so much again, Sayuri, for being part of this Busy Professional episode 3. And yeah, thank you again for giving your valuable time and see you all in next episode. Bye for now.
Thank you, Anusha. Pleasure. Bye bye.